Welcome welcome everyone. How are you today? G'day, Stathi. How you going, mate?
How's it going, Brooke? Hello, Miss Punjanelli.
Oh, I'm there. Hi,
Yeah, you're
Stathi.
there.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you.
you're there. Hello.
I didn't see myself behind the intuitive focus.
Have I got another?
No, it's fine.
Should
No,
I
no,
can
that's
go
fine.
I can go retro.
Uh,
No.
leave it as it. Hide
Looney
it. Hide
Tunes.
it. Hide it.
Looney
Hide it.
Tunes.
Hide.
Old school, man. No, that looks what the that's just wrong. That's weird. That is weird. Okay. That one. Oh, that one. That one? No,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
That one.
That one. It looks like you got all the race decals over your side. Um,
What?
I says all the writing's over your side. It looks like you got all the race decals.
Um,
You know, the
looks
stickers on the
clear
side
on
of the
my
car. How is everybody? Hello, Lynn. Hello, Christian. Hello,
Hey,
Lynn again.
Hi,
Oh, Lynn's
Lenny.
popular.
Hello,
Jeez.
Barry. Hi, Christian. Oh, I don't say a Lynn. I say a Barry Collins. A very confused person right there.
I know, but on a dimensional level,
Still
it's
confused.
still confused. How are you today, Lynn? How you been going, gorgeous? People, if you could share us out, that would be most awesome. Exchange of energies. Wait a sec, there's someone called Cindy sharing everywhere.
Mm,
Oh,
of course.
okay. I'm just sharing people. So
You can't
bear
see
with
us,
me.
Angelita.
Angelita, hello. What are you doing, Angelita?
Hello, Rita. Ona yotoyukioma.
Hey, Angelita. Hi, Rita.
So if you could share us out, people, that's what I'm just doing at the moment. That would be
Mhm.
much
Well, refresh,
appreciated.
Angelita. Anyone
Refresh. Are
else?
you? Do you need to refresh? Are you stuck in the old moment? In the past? I'm frozen in
Can't see or
time.
hear
I
us.
need to refresh.
Angelita cannot hear us or see us.
Oh, that's weird.
Mm.
Oh, how much you?
Okay. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you. We're going to gather with the flow tonight. Do some readings. Do some of this. Do some of that. Okay. I'm just doing a few things. Let's see. Okay. I'm sharing out now. Okay.
Hello, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy.
Mandy, you can go to the lovely people that have got non-destructive dogs corner. Is that appropriate? Is it appropriate though?
Into the naughty corner. Go on.
Yeah, naughty corner.
Oh,
That's it.
Mandy.
It's a naughty
Just
corner.
getting it. Just getting in quick
Bring your
paybacks.
crystals on Sunday, or I'll never hear the end of it.
Who else have we got? Did I see someone famous? Angelita's famous. Mandy's famous. Barry. Okay. Okay. Whew. What have we got for people today?
Anxious out there. Who's got the
You look nice, Brooke.
Got some animal cards. Animal cards. Don't know why. Okay, people, I will do a group reading for everyone. So take what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Sit there in denial. No, that's a river in Egypt. The first card I've got. The Shaman card. Trust in high forces. Are we trusting? Okay, because when we trust, we have to let go. Okay? So anytime we worry, is that showing untrust? Well, it's only a thought. But if we feed that thought of untrust and go into our minds and start feeding that thought, it can become untrust. But at the moment, the universe is saying trust in higher forces. So when the negative comes in, when the distrust comes in, have a look at it. What is our attachment? Where is our focus? Okay? It's only a thought. You don't have to think it, or you've already thought it. You don't feed the thought. Negative thoughts. We always get bombarded with thoughts. Okay? Trust in higher forces. Hand it over. Give it to the universe. And when the thought comes in that doesn't align, acknowledge it and let it roll back out. Do not sit there feeding. Why? Because when we feed thoughts, they grow. And when they grow attachments. And I've got Be a Curious Creature just sitting next to the shaman. And this thing is just sitting on his perch. He's looking and going, what am I not trusting in? What am I not seeing? Okay? Where is my resistance? Why am I resisting? Is it just a thought? Is this my thought? Okay? Because they're just thoughts, people. We need to dig deep and say, have I got an attachment to this thought? Why is this thought coming in? Okay? Because when we can find the attachment to what the thought is, then we know where the resistance is. And when we know where the resistance is, we can go, see you later. I don't need you anymore. You're no longer serving me. Okay? So with the shaman card here saying trust in higher forces, it's saying to do that, we have to step into our sovereignty. So when things come up, don't go, oh, woe is me. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. Oh, yeah, now I'm thinking of this. I'm thinking of that. Just breathe in, breathe out, people, and go, okay, it's just a thought. Lay it to rest. Put it to rest. Change the subject. Okay, and if it keeps coming up, why does it keep coming up? Be a curious creature. We have to dig deep within ourselves at the moment, okay, because everything's coming to the surface. Some thoughts are coming to distract us. Some thoughts are coming up to the surface to be dealt with, okay? If we don't just keep pushing everything aside, but the same thought keeps coming in, is it our thought? Why is it coming in? This is the questions that we need to ask ourselves. This is behind what helps us grow, because to trust in higher forces means we need to let go. And to let go of the thoughts that don't need to be there. So this is about going within at the moment for everyone. Just grasping, just holding, just sitting with it and going, being curious. Why am I thinking it? Why am I thinking this thought? Why does it keep coming up? Okay. We can acknowledge these things and get to the bottom of them. Otherwise, they will surface again. Everything happens for a reason. So at the moment, you're being asked to trust trust in higher forces, but we can't just go, yeah, I do trust in higher forces. No, we have to apply it. Okay? And it starts here. It starts in our head of taking control over our thoughts. Okay? And the underlying energy for the group reading is the Star Ancestor. Follow the voice in your soul. What is it saying? Why is it saying it? Okay? Well, I hope that's helped you, people. What are you getting for that, Stathi?
I'm going to respond to a particular statement, in actual fact. Is to Barry. And I will call you Barry until you actually come on as Lynn. So until then, it's Barry. Barry, fear, mistrust is an illusion, you state. Well, if fear and mistrust is an illusion and you can experience it, therefore the experience itself must be the illusion. If you can experience love, wouldn't that be an illusion as well? What is an illusion? An illusion itself is that which we experience. Who's experiencing it? For that itself is not the illusion. The experience is the illusion. So is love an illusion? For it is just an experience. For you states yourself that fear and mistrust is an illusion. So what you all take out of that, know the experiencer that is experiencing.
Okay. I am going to read for Lynn. And Lynn, just to shake things up, Lynn, this reading is donated by Lynn. I'm going to read for you. I know you've donated for a reading, but you'll have to pay that forward. Why not? Lynn. Lynn, I'm just wondering what you identify at the moment. Because it feels like there are thoughts in your heads. There are thoughts in your head, fantasies, projections that you want to be. Keep thinking when I'm here, when I've done this, when I'm capable of this. Okay, it's it's like it feels typically like you're looking at the destination, Lynn. Okay, at the moment. And it's time to take control of those thoughts and pull yourself out of the destination. Okay, the reason we have destinations, we have things that we want, but what happens is we have an identity, we have this fantasy around who we think we are. We all do it. Okay, me myself included. But what happens is we create all these stories and all these ideals of who we want to be, and we think about, when I get there, things are going to be different. But the fact is, you don't need to be there. You need to be here. You need to be now. Okay, it's not everyone's always like, yeah, when I can do this, and when I've leveled up, and I'm going to be capable of this, and things are going to be sweet, and that's never going to happen, because the only moment we have is now. And I've got the rabbit card here in your main pile. It's inverted. Recognize your significance. When you recognize that you're one with the universe, and it's about everything that's happening now, not in the future, not in the past. It's all there for the taking now. You are that singularity. You are one with the universe. Okay? Things aren't going to change. They're going to unfold. Stop worrying about the changes that are coming and start unfolding in the moment. Okay? Because in the moment, it feels like you're usually pretty good, but then, you're getting swept away with fantasies and projections, and it's taking you away from yourself. It's taking away from that core power of that connection of the universe that happens in the moment, because that's where everything is for you. That's where everything is for everyone at the moment. It's in this moment as I speak, because you're a powerful person. You're full of love, big heart. Okay, but it's time for not to, hey, when I'm here, I can do this and help people here and there. At the moment, you've got to recognize that yourself, that you are that leader now. Okay, you influence people now. You're the glue that holds people around you together. Okay, but when we're off trying to get this, or when I this gift, that gift, or whatever, all that sort of stuff, we got to let go, strip it back to nothing, because the gift is, it's not a gift. It's just an understanding and recognizing your significance, that you already are the center of the universe and everything can flow through you. But you have to be present. Okay? This is the future. This is the past. This is the now. It's all happening now. And when we go somewhere else, or we go, oh yeah, I just don't know nothing. Perfect. That's where we want to be, is we don't want to know nothing, because we want the universe to flow out of us. So forget what you know, forget where you want to go. That will unfold. But it's time to really center that self, take control of those thoughts, and recognize that all that power, all that leadership that's within you, it's there now. It always has been. It always has been. And when we're off somewhere else, see, I've got the star center, follow the voice in your soul. And this card comes out and people go inside their head, okay, with the voice in the soul, where am I going to do this? I'm going to do that. I want to open a healing center. I want to do this. There's nothing wrong with that. But when that becomes our focus, we can think that, then let it go and let it unfold as a natural flow. It's about coming into the flow at the moment for you, not about going off and daydreaming. Dreams will come. That's okay. Boom. But when that becomes our focus, You're exactly where you need to be at the moment. Okay? Now we need to get your mind to be in that same place. When that happens, that's when the flow will come. That's when the clarity comes. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to overthink anything. Just come back to your center. Because everything that you need, everything you desire, everything you want, it's always been there. Just need you to create that quiet space to let it unfold and let it flow out naturally. Because you're guided. The universe is always guiding us. When we was this card? Guardian angels. You are not alone. No, we're one with everything. But we don't have to manifest, we don't have to force, we have to flow. We have to come into that center and we have to flow. And for you, Lynn, this reading is saying you need to just focus on that flow of the moment and then let the universe be that tool of the universe. Okay? The universe knows what your desires are, knows what your wants are, knows all that. Okay? As you start to come and see the magic and the flow, priorities will change, things will change, desires will change, identities will change. But it's time to become that feather in the wind, that angel feather. Just float through, just softly land on someone when they need it. We can't throw the feather at someone when they need it. Here's an angel feather. No. We have to just float on the wind. Let destiny take us there. Just let it unfold naturally. Yep, magical are miracles. And miracles are the universe's way of saying it doesn't happen how we think, which is the beauty of the unknown unfolding. I hope that's helped you.
Your theme has already been set, so you've set it yourself. All I'm going to offer you at this moment is a realization, if you can grasp it. When you realize that today is yesterday's tomorrow, how many tomorrows will you be waiting for? Can you be in the moment? Can you just allow it to be for what it is without expecting it to be anything else? Can you see itself? Or do you want to put your focus on some part of what, as I said, you've already set the theme. Do you want to set your focus on which part of the illusion would you like to set your focus on? What do you want to attach yourself to? If you're not here now, you're always going to be in a place where you're not, which is here now. So tomorrow is not going to give you what you are receiving right this moment. And when you can hold on to the moment and just allow it to be what it is, and as Brooke mentioned, allow it to unfold without expectations. What is it you truly are after? Is it the attachments that one can have? Because we can all have these attachments. We can all focus and give energy to the illusion. Or can we be aware that that is what we are doing? You have a choice, and the choices are for everyone, not just for you, but this is for everyone. You have a choice. You can keep focusing on what is out there, or be aware that you are focusing what is out there. You choose. That is all, Barry.
I know, but yeah, that's an outer ego. That's it. But behind closed doors, it's Lynn. Katrina, why do you need a God? Time to know thyself. Okay. Thank you for that reading donated by Cindy. Okay, now we're going to give away one, and we're going to let Destiny and Fate decide who gets the reading. Free reading courtesy of. And after, Lynn, you have to pick someone that you don't know for the reading that you're drawn to pay it forward for your donation. So, people, pick a number between 13 and 33. Hey, Linz. Katrina, what do you want, though? What are you trying to achieve?
Oh, Amanda.
Amanda who? Amanda Hugginkiss. I know. Have another guess, people. Have another guess.
Oh, you're not Alba.
Have another guess, Katrina.
Yoshamas it Ianakono Iano Down Yokumas Ishan.
Hey, Rita. I think everyone should have another guess. Another guess, another number. Or Barry's going to whoop you. Twice. I think she has a whooping stick. So pick a number between 13 and 33, and whoever gets the lucky number gets the lucky reading.
Really? Divine intuitive healer? Really? Why don't you just start your own pages? Seriously.
Because you're just a scammer.
Exactly. Chanik, the same thing goes to you. Start your own.
They can't.
Do
They
your
can
own
barely,
shows.
they can't paste, and they can't even probably speak English.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Continuing, Chanik. Keep going, keep going. Come, people.
Pick another number. Pick another number before I pick my nose. Oh, I wouldn't do that in front of you all. What's your new page? Divine Intuitive Heal. What? What's your... Type it in again, Barry. What do you mean? Oh, the Lynn. We didn't block Lynn, did we?
How are we supposed to know it's her?
No, we didn't
All
block
I
Lynn.
see is Barry.
Oh, Lynn's in. Ah, there we go. That one. That's a page.
The one I
But,
potted, the B4.
Mm.
Try again, people. Another number. Keep going.
If you like a reading, people, pick a number. Oh, can we get the banner up? Yep. Pick a number between 13 and a 33, and whoever gets the magic number gets the reading. What's the number? I don't know. No, Brianna. Come on, Brianna. Come on, I thought half of you were psychics and mediums. Come on.
I know.
Tune in, man. Come on.
Guidance,
Where's
healings,
Where's
teachings. Come on,
your intuition? Come on. Get it fired up. Get it fired up. Get it going. I'm thinking the number now.
Let me know where you're done. I'll be right back.
Leslie. Hello, Leslie.
Oh,
Cindy, did you have a card for did you want to pull a card for Lynn's intuitive guidance, healing and teaching?
No, what? I'm not doing cards.
Aren't you?
No.
Okay. Out of here then. Now this is for people working on the show. I'll be in trouble later.
Just have number 0. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's it. I'll just do a couple of speed readings. She'll soon forget. Okay, Leslie, can I get you to take a big breath in, big breath out. Do that a couple of times, and I want you to focus on your heart space. Fighting with stress at the moment, just a little bit of stressful. Okay, just watch where the mind wanders, Leslie. Anything we feed, it grows. Okay, that's the prison of the mind. Leslie, where's your soul family? Where's your crew? Okay. You got help around you? You need to connect. You need some soul family. And you need some, not just online soul family, you need some soul family around where you are at the moment. Okay? You need some people that you can hang out with. Okay? Because it feels like you've isolated yourself. And when we isolate ourselves, it can be easy to go inside our head. And when we get too much inside our head, we start feeding all sorts of things. At the moment, Leslie, okay, it's time to get out of hermit mode. It's time to step up, start interacting with people, some like-minded people. Call in your soul family. Okay? I'm just feeling there's a bit of seclusion there. Because some people you got to. You really, it just feels like it's time for you to connect and to get out and actually connect face to face with some like-minded people, because it just feels like there's some closed off, and you need to be, in that field with other people. Okay, so they can. What happens is when we come around like-minded people, we can help spark, and we can help lift the vibration of each other. And you need to be around some people at the moment. Okay. Yeah, you're upset, so you're going to get out of that. What happens is when two balls bounce at different rates, they hit each other and they bounce apart. But when things are vibrating at the same rate, they can touch each other and bounce all day, because they're not in resistance to each other. And at the moment, you need to snap yourself out of it. Okay? Be a magnet for light, love, and joy. You need to snap yourself out of it. Go, okay. Go inside the mind. Go, okay, I've got to shift things. I've got to use everything in my soul, everything in my power. Okay? And I've got to be, stuff it. That's it. It's time for change now. It's time for you to stand up and go, no, this is enough. I've got to make some changes. Okay? Act as if. So this is a time for you to you've got to stand up and get yourself out of that hole, that thought forms, that feeling, what you're feeling at the moment, that negativity. Okay. And you have to, because as long as you stay in that spot, people are just going to pick up on that vibration and go, no, I don't need it. I mean, sometimes we need help, but everything comes from within. Sometimes when we just have that realization, because I got here, the great teacher learned from spiritual experiences here. So this is a time, and on the bottom of your main pile, I've got the shapeshifter, unveil and transform your gifts. That's inverted. These cards are saying you need to shift that focus. You need to shift your space. Okay, the universe has put this on your plate. This is what you asked for. We ask for everything. Everything's meant to happen for a reason. However you want to look at it, it does. Even if it doesn't happen for a reason, how you feel, the fact is, it's happening now. Are you going to wait for it to change, or are you going to change it? Because these cards are saying you need to change it. You need to take the first step at the moment. Okay, the main action card I've got for you is be joyful and trusting. That's inverted. That means you've closed yourself off. You've closed your heart. It's almost like, where's your focus? If you want to focus on the negativity, you're going to attract more of that. But if you're going, nah, I'm not going down like this, you need to shift. And that shift comes from where your focus is. So you need to find something joyful. You need to find some people around you. But to get those people around you, you got to start being positive. You got to start being happy. You got to shift yourself out of that space, because there is a space that you're feeding right now, and it's holding you down. It's keeping inside your head. It's bringing you burden. It's bringing you all sorts of low vibration. Okay, it's okay. It's not. There's no right or wrong. Paths changing. Trust has been broken. Well, what's there to learn? Because if you close yourself off, you close your heart off. You go, I'm not going to trust anyone anymore. it brings too much pain, you've missed the whole lesson. You've gone into ego, you've gone into identity and gone, they did that to me. They did what they did because of them. Were there warning signs? What was there to learn? Sometimes these people are just a catalyst for us to learn something about ourselves so we can grow, so we can turn around the shapeshifter and transform and unveil those gifts instead of we don't learn the lesson. See, that's a potential waiting to happen. Okay? When it comes around this way, it's a probability that's happening. What do you want to do? How do you want to go about it? Leslie? At the moment, you can't close yourself off. The universe is saying, do not close yourself off. Do not go, woe is me. Go, well, yeah, didn't see that one coming. Why didn't I see that one coming? Good question to ask oneself. Were you meant to see it coming? Or was it meant to show you something else? Because a lot of things happen. Some we can make sense of. And sometimes the lesson to be learned has nothing to do with those people. Okay? Has nothing to do with those people. They're just the catalyst. The universe is going, hey, you're out of flow. Boom, banging off some rocks. Let's get you back into the center. Center yourself and let's get back into the back of that stream. Okay? But if you want to float down that stream of life, okay, and take where the current goes, where the energy goes, or do you want to keep grabbing at rocks and go, I don't know where the river's going? None of us do. Time to let go. Time to let go, Leslie. Because you can swim down this stream. You can flow with it. But you're going to dust yourself off. You know, you went under the water. You sucked in a bit of water. Had a bit of a cough. Wasn't good. Recompose yourself. It's time to get back out there. Okay? We'll stop feet. Yeah, blindsided. Yeah, it happens. Do you know why it happens? Have you worked that out? What can you be on your... I mean, the only thing we can do is be accountable for everything. Why? Because that's the interface. That's the only interface we have. Okay, you look at your side. Did you let too much ride? Did you just... Because if we just blindly trust and go, oh, I'm just going to trust, and then you get burnt and go, ow, and we ignore the warning signs, or we don't speak our truth because we're worried about what they think, you know, these are the lessons that we've got to learn. Otherwise, something else will happen and we'll have to learn that lesson. Blindsided or not. We got to pick ourselves up. See this turtle? See, there's the light and he's floating. Floating with the current. But this is inverted at the moment because you're not floating. Okay? You're like in damage control. How long you stay in damage control is up to you. The quicker we learn, the quicker we pick ourselves back up. And start, you know, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it hurt. It sucked. Is there anything for me to learn? Can I learn anything? Is there anything that can assist me? And be brutally honest with oneself. But at the end of the day, you know you've got to go back out into the world and flow. The world's calling you. We haven't got all the time in the world. We've only got now. What are you choosing to do now? Okay? It's about dusting yourself off, you know? Here, shift your perception's inverted. Shift your perception. We can be the victim, or we can just go, yeah, well, yeah, so what? Yeah, I was a victim. It sucked. But as long as we hang on to that rock on the side of the stream, on the side of the river, and stop moving into the current, then we can remain that victim. And no one wants to do that. I've seen people do it their whole lives. We don't want to do that. We don't want to be like that. It's no way to live. Okay? So it's about you understanding things for what they are, not playing the blame game, just going, yeah, it happened. Yep, I did this, they did that, whatever. Time to move on. Okay? Because all these things come to distract us, they come to shut us down. Because they want to hold us in fear, hanging to that rock. Why? Does it matter? Does it really matter? What do you want to do? Choice is yours, Leslie. But you need to shift that perception. You need to dust yourself off right now. You need to switch the joy mode on, get the happy-go-lucky and go, come on, let's go. I'm going to go for it regardless of anything. Okay? The key to wisdom. Okay? We have all these things in our head, but all this knowledge that we have, all these things that we know, until we exercise them, they're just a trinket. Exercise that wisdom, Leslie. Put it into action. You know what to do. You know what you need to do. It's time. It's time. It's okay. But it's time. I hope that's helped you.
Hello, Leslie. Have we met? So we have met. I don't remember everyone I met. I don't remember everyone I've seen. I do feel we have met. Brooke has pretty much said a lot of what I was about to say. You're holding on. You're holding on to a lot of expectations, a lot of things that have been said to you, and you're just holding on to them. Every lesson that comes along is for that moment itself. But to see the lessons themselves is one has to be clear with oneself, and also understand where one's journey is taking them. And where one's journey is taking them is really the unknown. So that's the removal expectations. Being clear with oneself is just that, being clear in the moment with no attachment. When we're true to ourselves, when we can actually just be present with ourselves, we rely on our truth. And what we do from that moment onwards is we walk a particular path. On that path itself, much comes along, and all of it is a lesson. One might look at the lesson as a negative or a positive. That's really irrelevant. A lesson is a lesson. What you get out of the negative is a lesson. What you get out of the positive is a lesson. What you do with them is completely up to you. At this moment, what you're holding on to, as Brooke has mentioned, is that rock. We're all on the river. The rocks are our thoughts. What are we holding on to? That is preventing our natural flow. And the natural flow is not where we're going to be or where we've been. It is where we are now. Because the most important thing that we have is this moment. Everything else is literally creating an agitation or an unbalance of ourselves, because our mind is pulling us either to what I want or what I had. So where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the moment, flowing? Because then as you're flowing, everything that comes to you, oh, that's what comes to you, and that's what it is in the moment. It's not right, it's not wrong. It assists. Now that's up to you, because it all comes down to the knowledge that you have within yourself. At this moment, you are overthinking a situation. Doesn't matter what it was. I've learned that I do not want to experience certain things. It doesn't mean that I did not experience them. I have experienced them. I know that it did and it didn't. So I can see both sides of how it did assist me and how it hasn't assisted me. But when I look at the aspect of the assistance part of it, well, that's what it was. It's past tense. It's not occurring right this moment. What you have right this moment is yourself overthinking a situation and creating the situation that you're in. You're holding on. Time to let go. When you can let go of all of that which is behind you, because it is behind you, it's just in your mind. When you can let all that go, that's which is before you, that's which is present in the moment is what you have. And that which is present is more important than that which was. Don't overthink the situation. Allow it to be what it is. Clear your mind and be present, because you are overthinking that situation. It's just pulling you. It's just creating so much heaviness. You know, when I focus on you, all I'm feeling is this. It's just this. My head's crunched in, and I can't breathe properly. Let go. I can go to many places, but I also do feel that I do know you, and I think I do know you from some place. And it could actually be my neighbor, if I'm correct, Jill. Am I right with that? I think you're you say Jill. Confusement, uncertainty, yeah, it's all there, but that's because you're overthinking things. You're still with us? Because I don't feel that you're with us. I don't have much more. Your inner state at this moment, created by yourself, using the attachments or the stories behind you to keep you where you are. You can pull yourself out if you choose. Be present, be here right now, and realize that what you're thinking is not occurring. Because that's what you really have, is the thinking that it's occurring. It's not. You're just holding on to it. Let it go. Allow the moment to be what it is, and embrace that which is coming. I don't have much more for you. You're just everywhere at this moment, and yeah, there's not much more. I feel confused while I focus on you. Feel don't know what to even say, and I know that's assisted you, but you have to be true to yourself now. Don't worry about what it was. Don't worry about what it could be. Accept what it is and allow that to come. So just be present. I hope that's assisted you. I don't have much more. I'll be if it is who I think you are. I will be in South Morang on Sunday. There's an expo happening. If I'm in,
South Morang.
See me. South Morang.
Oh, sounds like it's close to lemon meringue. Yeah.
I know. Every time I say South Morang, I think of meringues as well, and I don't mind that.
Oh, who likes lemon meringue? Okay, Dinah. Yep. No worries.
Okay, give me a tick. I'll be right back.
Okay. I hope that's helped you. Okay. Oh, you didn't pay with stars, did you? Stars. Not a fan of stars. I'm not the Facebook ones. Um, did you Diana, did you donate on PayPal? Let me just refresh it. Okay. Lemon ring. Oh man, my favorite's custard tart. Oh, custard tart, caramel mud cake. Ooh. Ah, cheesecake. Ooh. That's it. But we, Lynn, you got a free reading and you donated, Lynn Intuitive. So, would you like to choose someone and pay it forward? First time for what, Dinah? You never had a reading before. So, what is that? What the hell? It just got typed in there. Oh.
It's your PayPal.
Are you sure? Yeah, this is my PayPal.
Yeah, it comes up as PayPal on Facebook.
Okay. Oh, yeah, see. I guess so. That's okay. Okay. Lynn, did you pick someone to pay it forward? Lynn, who here wants a read thing? Lynn, come on, Lynn Intuitive, use your intuition. Use your intuition. Diana's dying for a read. Everyone's there. Amanda probably needs one because she's not asking. That usually means she's too scared because she knows what's going to come out. Come on, Lynn. Intuition girl. Looks like Diana's not going away anytime soon. Okay, Diana. Okay, Diana. Whew. What's going on, Diana? Can I just get you to take a big breath in and a big breath out? And through your nose. Right, but what I want you to do is when you breathe out is I want you to focus that all your breath is going down into your feet, into the ground. Okay, got to get you out of that headspace. Man, you're locked in that headspace. You got back problems? Your lungs hurting? Diana? Okay.
You're welcome, Leslie.
How long you stay in the space you're at, Diana, depends on you. Okay. Life's like that sometimes. Okay. But, you know, I see so many people, they go from readers to readers. When's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? Well, that depends on you. Because the universe is trying to open doors around you at the moment, but you don't want to open the door. Okay? You want stuff to just burst through the door and come to you at the moment. Inside your head, thinking. There's just too much clutter. Well, what's holding you back? Yeah, it's past hurts. But the more we entertain and fantasize about them and think about the negativity and think about what people did to us and think about, oh, if I do that, yeah, it's just going to happen again. And this, you're just creating more and more and more and more of the same at the moment. You're losing sleep over it. You're so guarded that you've built a fort around you. And this is going to close off your heart. This is going to close your... The opportunity can't come through the door. You know? You can knock at the door as much as you want, but until you invite it in, grief's a hard one. Okay? Grief's a hard one. But what we can do is there's a few ways to go about it, Diana. Look, the last year and a half, I had both of my parents die. And what you can do is, when I thought of the fact that they're gone and I can't see them again, that they're not here, when I focus on that, I feel sad. I feel distant. It feels horrible. It gets me in a bad spot. We're going to go through that. That's part of it. But, you know, we don't spend 24/7 with everyone that we know and everyone that we love. But you know what? A thought is an instant away. Every thought. So what helped me is what thoughts, and the wrong thought can imprison us. So when you think of your husband, if you focus on the fact that he's not there anymore, okay, you'll imprison yourself, okay, in that thought, in that loss. But when we think of the happy times, or think, what really helped me is I thought of the funny times, or the times with my dad was being a wally. And it made me laugh through the tears. Okay? And then I started to understand what the monks talk about. They say, don't, you know, they say everyone lives within our heart. They're only a thought away. Which thoughts of them do you wish? Do you wish to think of the love? Do you wish to think of the fun, the experience, the beautiful things? Or do you want to think of the loss? What do you want to focus on? Okay? They're gone. And, you know, this is very personal for everyone. Your guides and your guardians, everyone, you know, the assistance is there for you. But the moment you're caught up, you've got this loss. Okay? You've got to start. It's up to you when you do, but when you stay in your head, the more you think about the loss, the more it's going to anchor down and drag you down. It's part of the grieving process. But this is when you have to pluck up enough courage, stand up and be the warrior, be fearless and stand strong, and go, okay, I want to think something positive. You have to change. You have to take control of thoughts. Otherwise, the thoughts come in. And then, from the lower astral, the feeders come in to feed on those emotions. And the more we feed those emotions, it's a horrible thing. Yeah. Is that what you want to think about? What about the good times? What about the funny times? What about the times where he's so embarrassing you were like, oh my God, I don't want to be here? Those moments can really help. But if you want to focus on that awful gurgle, and it's going to come in, and you're going to push it out and try to focus on something else positive about him, or positive about something else. Because I've got the warrior here, and I've got the shield maiden. Okay? She's upside down. She's hanging by a thread. But these cards are saying it's time for you to fight with your thoughts and reclaim your sanity at the moment. It's up to you what you want to feed in your mind. Me, I wanted to feed the positive in the heart. Think of the funny things, think of the loving things, and then move that to your heart. And then you can feel that love, that memory that was there. If you want to focus on the gurgle, you want to focus on the loss, it's going to incapacitate you for as long as you care to focus on that. And there's no right, there's no wrong. There's no judgment. It's just what it is. So you have to fight now, Diana. You have to fight. And you have to move on and reclaim your life. You have to choose how you want to remember him. Okay? You have to choose, how do I want to remember you? Well, then don't. Change it. The thought, it's only a thought. The thought comes in, we've got to change the thought. And the more we do that, the better we get at it. Those thoughts still come in some days. There's nothing we can do about that. They're never, ever 100% going to go away. But we can shift them. And we can shift our focus. We can take, we can be the warrior. Every time that negative thoughts, we can dwell on it and we can feed it. Or we can shift it to something that makes us laugh, to something that makes us warm inside. That's all we have. Is we have to do the battle of the mind. Otherwise, that thought, when we feed it, it'll get so big that it'll imprison us. And there's no time scale, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just what it is. Your husband will want you to stand strong now. Okay? He wants you to stand strong. He doesn't want to be the source of your misery. He wants to be the source of your love. Okay? So time to stand strong. And know that you do have a choice. How long? It's up to you. Okay? And sometimes there's some things that are left unsaid. Okay? You can still say them now. You can still say them now. You can get it off your chest. That's okay. But don't lay down and succumb to it. It's hard. It takes time. But it does get easier with time. How long? That depends on you, on how much effort you want to put into taking steps over those thoughts. That's all we can do. I hope that's helped you, Diana.
Hold on. I'm not sure what you do as career-wise. I feel that it's some form of position, or if you're working, I don't know. But what I get from you is a very demanding expectations. There's no acceptance. There's a wanting, this constant chasing of something. You are what I would call a push me, pull me. Don't know whether to hold on to what it was or focus on what it could possibly be. So you're neither here or there, but everywhere else other than where one should be, which is right now in this moment. What is going to happen outside of this moment? Whatever you can presume is going to happen could possibly happen. Anything is possible. What do you want to focus on? Look at the world at this moment. Anything is possible. Your focus is too far away from where you are. Your hopes and wishes is what you hold on to. What I would say to you is learn to understand yourself, know who you are, have no expectations, because there's a lot of expectations in your reality. You expect things to be in a particular way. Let go of those expectations, bring yourself back into the moment, and accept what it is as it is right now. And if anything is to be different than what it is, it will be. Otherwise, this is what it is. You're living too much in your head, expecting things to be as you visualize them, and then get disappointed because they're not. Doors open and close constantly. But when you're walking through a door, when you've walked through that door, you need to close it behind you, lock it, bar it up, grab the hammer and nails, nail it up, throw away the keys, and forget it ever existed. Until you can do that, that which is possible will not present itself. Because you're not here, you're in here. Come back to your heart space. I will recommend that you start researching and looking into the chakras, looking and understanding the chakras, understanding what the aura itself represents, understanding you. Get to know you. Don't focus on the attachments, because all you speak about is all those attachments. That's all I can feel is attachments to that which was or that which could possibly be. Who are you? Do you know who you are, or are you accepting what you've been told? Are you your attachments? All possibilities are there, but unless you're clear with yourself to know what it is that you're after for yourself, knowing who you are is more important than what you can get or what you can. Does it really matter? What do you have right now? Are you grateful for it? Can you appreciate it? Can you exist with what you have without expecting anything more than what you have? For that's where you are now. You are there, not there. Come back to your heart. Be present within yourself. Accept yourself. Accept the moment for what it is. And if something new is to come for you, it will. Otherwise, the only thing you're going to be doing is hoping that tomorrow is going to bring something different. But tomorrow will never come, and I can guarantee that. I know you're confused. I know you're going through things. I can feel them. You're creating everything that you can possibly experience at this moment to pull you away from being present. Come back to yourself. Be present within yourself. And the miracles, well, no one's going to have to give you any miracles. You'll see them for what they are. But until then, until you center yourself, until you come back to yourself, you can live with your expectations. Because that's all I keep picking up. The want, the expecting, the disappointments. When you're living in the moment and appreciating it for what it is, there is no disappointment. There is no sadness. There's just gratitude. And until you're ready to be grateful for yourself for where you are, I have a long way to go. There's a lot to be done. But you need to come back to you first. You need to accept you with your limitations before you can work with the non-limitations. You might have to re-watch this and listen again, but I hope that's assisted you. Thank you, Diane.
Diane, that's almost half a year away. What do you want to focus on? Just focus on getting another place. Make it happen. Or focus on the fear and let it grow. That's because that's all you've said. You said you focus, I'm going to be homeless in August. That's like 5 months away. You're working yourself up. 5 months is a long time. Most people wish they had that much. They had that much warning to relocate. Okay? Just get another place. You want to know the unknown. Okay? No one knows the unknown.
I know the unknown. So that's the expectations. They're the holding. Yeah, no, not the focus that you have, Diana, is not with yourself. You're so removed from where you are that no matter what anybody says, it's going to be a disappointment. To say to you that you're going to find a place, you're going to find a place in the middle of Victoria, out in the country, up on a hill with one tree on it. How's that for your answer? You see, what you're after at this moment is not being able to be in this present moment. Accept yourself. Accept where you are. Things flow, but the only thing that prevents the flow from occurring is one's own mind. So your mind is allowing you to believe whatever you choose to believe. But a lot of the times you only believe what you've been told to believe, and you are living with that aspect of it. There's a lot in your mind that is not present. Be present. Do you know how to be present? Do you know how to be in this moment without expecting anything else? Nando, well, good for you if your boyfriend's going to visit you this weekend.
Who?
Nando's just said his boyfriend's going to visit them this weekend. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Say hello from me.
It's not hard. Your thoughts are making it hard. Your belief is making it hard. You know, your body, where is your body? Is your body tomorrow, or is it here right this moment? It's hard. See, being in the present is actually just accepting yourself for where you are. That's not hard. Expectations are harder than acceptance. Expectations are tomorrow. I'll guarantee you, you're never going to see it.
Tomorrow doesn't exist. We only ever have today. Okay. Amanda, you just toying with me.
What's a cat? Well, as I
Because
said,
we only
once you
have
understand,
Diana, because we only have now. Now that is all that exists.
I'll put it to you like
This
this,
point,
Diana. Think about this. Really think about this. And I mean, really think about it. Is not today yesterday's tomorrow? And then you'll understand why we don't have a tomorrow.
okay. Okay. Oh, just check to see if anyone. Okay. Who we got there? Let's see. What's.
Ah, very good, Amanda. So I can't
Regina.
see what time you respond to.
Regina Redman. Are you still there? Okay. Who is there? Would like a read? Actually, I'm gonna let the numbers decide.
Everyone would like a reading that hasn't had a
Everyone
reading.
would like a reading.
How are you doing, Amanda? Long time no speak.
Pick a number, people.
I'm not into divine anything. This is what it is. I don't know what
Stay
divine
positive,
is.
or look for a house, or look for somewhere. Start looking. You got 5 months. Start looking, or don't. It's up to you. It's your choice.
Again, Diana, when I know you're new here, and I know you haven't heard us speak. I don't work with the beliefs that people hold on to. And no, I don't look at manifesting either, because once you understand what manifesting is, you're doing that right this moment, Lynn. Manifestation is not what people have been programmed to believe it is. Yeah, keep guessing numbers.
Yep. Whoever picks the number gets the reading.
When you can truly be yourself in this moment itself, removing, when you acknowledge what a belief is, do you want to still attach yourself to that belief? You're back from the bus stop. I'm front from the bus stop.
The bus stop. Oh, someone being naughty, Lynn. You can give him a smacky. Rita. Rita.
It's just a belief. When you understand what a belief is, I'd still question whether you would accept the belief or not. A belief is what somebody has told you, and you've accepted to be reality. That's the belief. Now, You see, if you really want to do something, Diana, I'll just add it to you, and we'll come to you, Jason, in a second. Put in your mind what you're after and let it go. Don't hold on to it. But believing what others tell you, I don't want you to believe anything I've said. No, far from it. So all I'm after is what I would really like is for you to know yourself, not what I say and not what anybody else says. Just you knowing yourself and expressing yourself, not based on somebody else's belief of what self is, but a knowing that comes from deep inside that you don't have to believe it. So knowing a belief is very different than believing. To understand what one knows, one does not work with what one believes, because one sees what the belief is. You know, I do know myself. I will challenge that. I challenge that you know yourself. You're wrong, Amanda.
What? Amanda. Hey.
I do know, yes. I know that you're not Diana.
Okay, I'm lost. But now I'm found. And poor Jason is waiting here. Jason, thank you for being so patient.
I won't tell you who you are. I'll tell you to find out for yourself. Who you believe you are.
Yes. Jason. You're pushing hard. You're taking on new knowledge. Okay. It almost feels like your cup's full. But it feels like, we've got to lead by example, Jason. There's a lot to you. There's a lot. Okay? Highly intelligent. There's a lot of aspects, but at the moment, doing this, doing that, thinking. Okay, you're overloading yourself in your head, thinking too much. I know you want to move forward. You want to do this. You're telling people, look, some people aren't going to wake up. Okay. And some people only awaken a little. Okay. Some people wake up, but that's it. But it's awakening. That's a continual process towards enlightenment. Okay. Some people don't reach enlightenment. Some people get stuck in spirituality. Okay. Go chasing gifts. Go chasing this. Go chasing that, which is okay. It's all part of the process. But at the moment, you need to apply your wisdom to yourself at the moment. Okay. There's too much. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Everyone has to experience it for themselves. Everyone has to work it out for themselves. Because in the nitty gritty, we have to experience it to understand it. And we can't tell people. Just telling someone the experience doesn't mean they've experienced it. They've only heard our version of what's happened. Okay? They need to feel it in their heart. They need to feel it in their soul. They need to work it out for themselves. It just feels like you're pushing too hard with some people around you at the moment. And this is causing you extra stress. Okay. Bit of stagnation. This is time for you to stop worrying about the people around you. You're at a place now where you need to focus on you. Okay. You need to focus on you. Okay. Because this is what we need to do, is we need to focus on ourselves and get ourselves right. So this is the point in the game. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. They're wrong. Doesn't matter if they're blind as a freaking bat. Doesn't matter if you've got all the evidence, facts, and they still don't want to look at it, right? It doesn't matter. It's their path. It's their walk. It's their understanding. It's their life. It's their experience. Okay? Because when we push people away, and then we just end up closing our heart. And it's about acceptance for you at the moment. It's about accepting that, not everyone's going to work it out. Even though it's as plain as the nose on your face to you. Okay? They might see nothing. Without going into too much, people have attachments. Okay? Attachments are the root cause of all suffering. At the moment, you're trying to force people to see the truth. It feels like. And it doesn't work that way. This is closing yourself down. At the moment, you need to focus on yourself. You need to start stripping back the layers of yourself to truly find out who you are. You know how to do this. You're a wise man. Okay? There's wisdom there. First card I've got for you. The main card's inverted. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Okay? You got frustration. And the more you get into frustration, you get into gratification. Okay? Why? Because the gratification is that moment that we forget about everything and we feel that oneness, or we don't feel that separation, those little bits of gratification, and we go looking for those moments. You've got so much on your plate now that it's like you're trying to do too much, but you got to stop. You got to do less and focus on yourself, because you're not taking care of your needs. You're not taking care of you. You got to get you right first. Okay? Because I got choose love right in the middle of your reading. And when we start to see ourselves and we start to get out of self-judgment, when we start to detach from all the crap around us, and we strip back our layers to find ourselves, then we see people around us as just us. Okay? And when that happens, that's when we learn to love everyone. People say it all the time, "Oh no, I love everyone." Yeah. Do you love yourself? Do you strip back yourself enough to truly accept yourself? Most people don't even know what love is. They have an attachment to what they think love is. Okay? It's not right or wrong. I'm not saying this is okay. We're going to get away with that. I'm just trying to help you understand that at the moment you have to strip back yourself and focus on yourself and use that wisdom, because it's there. Because the moment you're just chasing feelings, you're trying to do too much. Okay, you're attached to an identity that's trying to express itself and go, hey, I'm trying to do the best to save everyone, help everyone. Let go of all that. Let go of all that at the moment. Okay, I got the peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. That's inverted. Okay, let go of all that. Just come back to yourself and work on yourself. Because as you start to strip the layers of yourself, you start to see the truth in yourself. You'll see some good things, some bad things. You'll understand that you're human. And you'll start to understand what it is to be human on a deeper level. and that will bring you more acceptance to people. Because the whole point is when we need to get to that place of love and out of judgment on ourselves, so that when we can come from that place of love and love someone else, we don't come from that place of judgment, we can see things for what they are. Okay, and that's when we truly use the wisdom comes into us, that we can truly assist. For the moment, you got to thin things out. Stop worrying about everyone else. You've got to get moving on yourself. You've been putting yourself off, Jason. You need to make yourself a priority at the moment. Okay, because everything's coming up. When you get in reactive mode, when you get pissed off, right, with anyone, you get angry or they get frustrated, that's showing you resistance, Jason. It's showing you resistance in yourself, that you have an attachment somewhere. Look for that attachment. Acknowledge it. Do some work on it. Okay? So it's a perfect time to be frustrated. It's a perfect time to get the shits with other people, because it's showing you something that you have an attachment to, whether it be what people think about you, whether it be attachment to your identity on who you think you are. Okay? These are the things that come up. Everything that comes up, we're going to go, okay, because you're made for more. You know, you're a light warrior, whatever you want to call it. You're made there. You're here to impact and change lives and assist people, but you got to get yourself right first, Jason, so you can really come into that flow of the universe and be a tool of the universe. Okay, because deep down inside, that's what you want. You want that heart. You want that space. You really want to help. You really want to be genuine. You got to let go at the moment and do that self work and bring yourself to center. Okay. That's what the universe is asking, because you've got too much on your plate. You've spread too thin and you're neglecting yourself at the moment. You've got to bring it back and simplify it. Okay? Because that's what we do. We do that, then we can start to really assist. Start touching the lives of the people around us instead of creating resistance. But that's okay. No judgment. There's a bit of resistance here. We all do it. It's just something that needs to be looked at. Okay? Anger, good. There's an attachment to what people think or to what you think you deserve. You know, that's okay. We all got that. But the first thing, Jason, is what helped me is rule number 1. You can feel that feeling, but don't react to it. Don't react externally. You can internally, you can be like, I'm going to kill everyone in the room. Okay, but remain calm and don't kill everyone in the room. You can think that, and then just sit with it and ask myself, okay, why do I feel that way? And have that conversation with yourself, and it will start to show you it will start to show you attachments to points of view, to points of who you think you are, to all sorts of things. It will start to show you when you consider yourself, and then we can start to let go. Okay? I hope that's helped you, brother. Go and get him. Hey, Joan.
Jason. When we try to the K word here is try. We don't want to try doing anything. We just want to be doing it. Firstly, let's be honest with ourselves before we're honest with anybody else. What is it that we are sharing? Is it that we are speaking about? What are we offering? I have no interest in telling you who you are. I have no interest in telling you what to do. What I work with is myself. I see myself when I speak to someone, and I see where I was based on what someone is saying, and I'm listening to them. When they respond to me, I respond accordingly, but I respond through my own personal experience. To know how to speak and what to say is to know oneself. And I speak about the self. I do not speak about our attachments. I have no interest in the attachments themselves. I acknowledge them. I put myself aside from that. Observe them. Everything is an attachment. It doesn't matter what one chooses to, I'll state this like this. It does not matter what one believes and that one attaches to, because that's all it is. The belief is an attachment. It's who it is that is attaching. The message doesn't change. It's always the same thing, because what do you really want? Do you want to know yourself, or do you want to know how to help others? How do you help others if you're not helping yourself? And how do you help yourself? Well, what is it that you really want to know? Do you want to know something, or do you want to know that which is knowing that something? How deep within does one want to go? Do you want to focus on what's going to happen tomorrow, or do you want to focus on what is happening now? Do you want to raise the energies, or do you want to focus on how to energies? So you're either doing it, or you're trying to do it, or you will do it, which means you're not doing it. It is about us. It's not about what I can achieve. The achievement itself, we've already achieved it, whether we realize it or not. The achievement is where we are right this moment. To truly comprehend oneself and bring oneself back into this moment, to see it for what it is, not what one expects. The expectations are the cloud, the veils. The attachments are those veils that we put in front of us that prevents us from seeing things clearly, always hoping for something more than what it is. As you can come back to your heart space, and it is about the heart space, and to understand the heart space, we understand the chakras and we understand how the energy works within us. It's not within us, it's what we are. Now, that which we are ourselves is what expresses itself through its own personal experiences. When you're sharing, you don't share because you're going out of your way to share to everybody what you've experienced. You are just oneself. You're just being yourself, and someone comes along, you're having a conversation, and you share based on what the conversation is about. That's all it is. Until we come to who we are, to see how, to see what form of control we truly have, everything else will control us, will control the way we think, the way that we respond. That's all external. When we're in control of ourselves, we're not reacting. We're just we're just being, we're just expressing, we're just flowing in the moment. Everything that is presented, well, whatever it is, without expectations, we deal with it. It's presented, unknown, great. This is what's presented, this is what I need to deal with. If I expect it to be whatever the expectation is, well, is it the expectation? Yeah, so this is where we come back to ourselves. We come back to being in the moment and accepting ourselves for who we are, to truly know oneself. That's where the journey truly begins. It's not knowing how to respond to others. That's irrelevant, because all you do from that moment is respond to yourself. How will you speak to yourself? What are you telling yourself? Would you tell yourself? When you can remove the clothing off yourself, then you can remove the clothing of the others and see the others without their mask or persona. And that's the true aspect of oneself, is no persona, no attachments, no beliefs. Then we can start to speak. And what do we speak about? Only ourselves. The association one has of oneself is just that, an association. Who is it that is associating to the belief? The belief itself is somebody else's. Diane, this is for you as well. The message is always the same when it comes from the heart, because the heart has no interest in all these little shiny trinkets and all these expectations. The heart just is. It beats without us requiring to do anything. We breathe without requiring to do anything. We are as we are now. As Brooke has mentioned, not everyone gets it. Not everyone is going to get it. But what's important is, what are you getting right now? How is it assisting you in this moment? And as you understand that's for yourself, then you share that experience, not because you go out of your way for it. You don't want to be a savior. You want to save yourself. And as you save yourself, then you can start seeing the effect it has on others. Clear yourself, center yourself, be present, be grateful. And what comes then? Well, whatever it is, it will come. The work from here, in this moment, and the rest of it just unfolds. One does not require to think, for thinking itself is the distraction. One does not require to presume, for that itself is the distraction. One does not require to believe, for that is the distraction as well. Who are you? Not what you've been told. Who are you? For that is the journey. And from there, that journey of knowing self, not because somebody has told you, because one knows for oneself, and then one shares that. That is all. And work from here. You have it within you. You are there, but you're just doubting yourself. Stop doubting. This is where it is. Everything is exactly as it's supposed to be right this moment. If one is confused, that's exactly where one is supposed to be, confused. The only part that is confused is the actual ego past that. The ego is always going to be confused because the ego wants to hold on to the ideas that it believes in, the ideas that it's been given. We are not those ideas, but we are that which attaches to those ideas, believing we are the idea. Now, we're that which attaches. We're more than the idea itself. We are the creators of that idea. And to truly comprehend that part of it, go deep within. Not your thoughts, not what you're thinking, not what you're visualizing, not what you're feeling. Beyond all of that. For that is where you'll find that that's what you seek. And I do hope that has assisted you. I feel it has. Go. Dull.
Okay.
Continue. Don't mind me.
I was just going to show Angelita what a real unicorn looks like. Not so pretty, is it? Like all the identities about ourselves we're attached to. We're attached to unicorns too. Identity, a fantasy. Is
I
that
had one
reality?
corn growing.
What?
I had one corn growing. One corn.
On your toe. Oh, one corn. Unique corn.
One corn. Universe. One
No, I had
verse,
more than
one
that.
word.
It's corn. Okay. Let's see. People, if you've not had a reading, you have two choices. Pick the magic number between 1 and 20 or donate. Choice is yours. I don't think I had a unicorn deck, but I think I burnt it. No, I didn't. Are you having fun, Amanda? Keep guessing, people. I had a unicorn deck, Lynn, but I found it too corny. Too unicorny. Have another go, people.
No matanoi an umalaun ish naunat ios ish inas iok na Ichnat iok na aum disinata ish anat ioto os iknat Oh,
Have another go, people.
no one.
Oh my God, Amanda, you spelt one right. Mary. Welcome, Mary. Stathi doesn't do light language.
I don't even know what it is. I've heard many claim to speak it, but I can never understand it. So I don't know what they're speaking. You know, I've got 2 lights on, 3 lights on. They don't speak to me.
I've got the number.
My favorite number is 01. And you can surely understand the meaning of 01. Mm-hmm. The world is your oyster. But to state that, did you know an oyster can only be created when the clam is actually damaged?
The what?
The oysters, the pearls in an oyster.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only a pearl is created when the oyster is actually damaged.
Otherwise, it
So
goes into the shell.
it's bruised. The pearl is an actual bruising, disfigurement of the actual oyster.
My God.
So
So a pearl necklace.
Yeah,
If an oyster looked at a
considered
pearl
cancer.
necklace, it'd be like wearing a necklace made of human skulls. My God, that is dreadful.
They're actually pretty much the damaged part of the oyster that the pearl is. They say it's saliva, but it's a lot more than that.
Mary, a lot of things are happening at the moment. Okay. And loss is one of them. There's a lot of loss around. But the more we hold on to things, Mary, the harder we make it. Okay? And everyone has to learn everything for themselves, their own experience. Sometimes we have to let people go through their own lessons. We have to put it in the hands of the universe to make their own mistakes, to realize for themselves what's going on. But there's someone that you need to let go of. You're trying to force something. You've taken it upon yourself taking something upon someone else's burden, and it can, we got loved ones that we care about. We care very much so about people dear to us, but we can't shield them and protect them from life's lessons, from making their own choices. We can't wrap the kids up in cotton wool to stop them from falling down and and scraping their knee. Regardless of how it looks sometimes we just need to let go and put it in the hands of the universe. People need to be set free to learn for themselves. And all the talking in the world, till they realize it for themselves, we can actually be pushing people away. There's something you need. There's someone around you that you just need to let go of and let them work it out for themselves. Okay? Because things don't always work the way we expect them to or the way we would like them to. And sometimes people have to go through the hard stuff to teach them the powerful lessons, the game changers. Okay? We've imparted all we can. But we've got to give them the freedom to explore themselves. We've got to give them the freedom to choose for themselves and make their own choices, good, bad, hurtful. It just doesn't matter. It's their choice. It's their experience. And the tighter we grip things sometimes, the more it'll slip through our hands. It's like trying to hold water. It's going to run out. But there needs to be some surrendering happening. Then you can step back. It's time to step back and see the majesty of the universe do what it is that it does. And sitting in our head and going, oh, if only if I did more, if only if I did that, it's too late. Whatever's done is done. Some things we just need to make peace with, that they are the way they are. We need to accept them. This is out of your hands at the moment. You just have to sit there and be loving and focus on yourself and watch the lessons unfold and make peace with it, that it's not all going to be all your choices. It's not your choice. It's not your experience. Yeah, you're experiencing it from another point of view. As soon as you can start to let go and set them free, the quicker you're going to learn what you can take out of this. Because there's always something to learn in every situation. There's always something to learn about ourselves, to learn about the universe. Everything happens for a reason. There's something there for you. But as long as you grip hold and try to force things, you're going to miss it. And sometimes it's just for us to sit back and witness them learning and turning it around. The very thing that you're trying to stop could be the very thing that they need to shake them up to make the choice. So we have to lead by example. You have to focus on yourself. Okay? You have made a difference. You have planted seeds. And those seeds will grow when they're watered, but not by you at the moment. Okay? You've already planted those seeds. Time to sit back and watch the majesty of the universe do what it is it's doing, regardless of what's going on. You can still be supportive, but you need to let go and make peace with what is. Otherwise, it'll do your head in. Okay? I just really feel this is not your lesson. There's a lesson there for you, but this is not your lesson. Just got to make peace with what's going on at the moment and let it play out, let it unfold. Okay? Still be the supportive. Don't be rah, rah, rah. Don't be shield, shield, shield. Underlining energy, the butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom. Wisdom listens. Wisdom has compassion. Wisdom has understanding. Okay? There's a lot of energy in your throat chakra. Well, everything happens for a reason. It might not be for you, Mary. This might be for your daughter, a lesson for your daughter that has cost you. But it's only money, it's only stuff. There are things far more important. Okay, but again, you've got to let go of it. You've got to set it free, because as long as you hold on to the wrong, you're not going to see things for what they are. And when you can't see things for what they are, you're not going to be able to assist when the opportunity comes up. But you've got to let go of that. Got to let go of that. It's just stuff. Yeah, it sucks. But you're going to make peace with that. It's happened now. Be the observer. Be neutral. Open that heart. Watch life. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Don't have the money now. Something might happen. Circumstances might change. We don't know. But anything that's out of our hands, we focus on it, we cause stress, and we create resistance. It's up to you. Okay? But there's a lot of stuff to be learnt here. I hope this assisted you. She'll work it out. She'll come back.
Now, what are you holding on to? What is it you're looking for? Because I'm sitting here and I'm constantly looking around and not knowing what I'm looking for. What is going on with you body-wise? Because there's a lot internally, health-wise. Although you're not paying attention enough to yourself, so it's all been presented to you externally. Everything that's happening to your car, what I've just read at this moment, that's just, the car itself represents who you are. You're not seeing clear, your eyes been damaged. What is it that's preventing you from seeing things clearly? Now, what you're considering to have what you call bad or negative, there's things showing you which are not in alignment with yourself. Are you doing things because you have to do them? Because most of the time we do things because we have to do them. I mean, everything we do is because we believe we have to do them. It feels though that you're just not taking care of yourself. You're really focusing so much on making your external world perfect, but you're ignoring who you are. You're ignoring yourself. You really are not paying attention to your own health. There's something you're after. There's something that that you want. So, but that's you're creating. I mean, it feels very strongly that everything is saying to you, not this direction, go this direction. There's a different direction to go to, but you're trying to hold on to a particular way. And what you're seeing is things that are not flowing you, things are not working the way you need to work. Maybe it's time to change your direction. Maybe it's time to change the way that you are doing things and start doing something completely different. Set your focus on something else. Maybe everything that is happening, because normally it does happen. Things that do come to us, which we would consider to be a negative, but it's more of this is not in alignment with who you are. So, it, subconsciously, spiritually, whichever term you want to use at this moment, I really don't care. But whatever it is, yourself, deep inside is showing you that's not it. By doing what you're doing, this is what is being created. So it's more destructive than productive. So what is it that you can do to change your path, to change your direction, to start receiving more of the positive, start seeing things that are, this is working for me now. So, what is it you're holding on to? Are you trying to hold on to the way it was? Forget about it. I'll make it very clear. Anything that you're holding on to, just let it go. It's over and done with. But if you're holding on to those, your lesson isn't learned. And this is what normally happens to everyone. We hold on to the past, thinking that this is the way I want it to be, but we're not really seeing what it is in the moment. And this is where, faith or hope, I'm not going to work with those, but this is when we have to trust ourselves. You're at a point where you lack trust within yourself. Always looking. This is why it now makes sense to me. Always looking around to see if you can, who's going to give you the right guidance. Forget about it. I can guide you in any direction you want, but the work has to be done by oneself. Um, when you can accept that you don't know anymore, you don't know which direction to go, it comes. Um, what comes to mind at this moment is, I don't know if you read it, and again, for everyone, if you haven't read it, it is a good read. Conversations with God. Now, if you truly get to understand what that means and what that story is, or what that represents, um, the guy just, he lost everything. He got to the point he had nothing, and he just let it go. He said, "Well, whatever it is, it's going to be, and it's going to be presented." It got presented for him. No expectations. Don't hold on to what it was. Accept that you just don't know. And the moment that you accept you don't know, things do get presented. But you have to be so clear with yourself. You have to let go of so much. You can notice, and you do notice, that things are not going the way that you want them to go by doing what you're doing. So now change. Do something different. Do something unexpected. Do something that you probably would never even thought of. I don't know if you do yoga. I don't know if you do meditations. I don't know. But, if you start working on yourself, and everything I do and what Brooke does as well is to bring you back to you, because it all comes back to who you are, not what is, you know, when we're not in alignment with ourselves, everything around us actually shows us we're not in alignment. And you've been typing it in there, I can read it. Things are happening because you're not in alignment with yourself. You're going against your natural flow. This is why we go through all the things that we go through, because we're not in our natural flow. We're not in, we're not doing what resonates with us naturally, or what we're passionate about. Yes, there are times that we have to do things that we don't want to do them, but we know why we're doing it, because we need to take care of certain things. Accepted, acknowledged. But the more you can do what is satisfactory to you and not to others, the more you'll start to see things unfolding in the way that is more acceptable. And I won't say that it's the right way, I'll just say more acceptable. The more that you are yourself, the more you can center yourself and bring yourself back to yourself. Start taking care of yourself health-wise. Now, if there isn't anything that you can feel, or that you know about yourself health-wise, just pay attention. Pay attention to your health. Um, because everything that is shown, everything that is happening externally is what's happening internally as well. So bring yourself back to yourself. Look into meditation. Look into understanding chakras. Looking to understanding yourself. Uh, uh, Brooke has been. Brooke has introduced me. I have heard him before. Brooke, what's his name? The guy that you've been speaking. Guy that you've been listening to. You're on mute.
Ram Dass.
Ram Dass. Listen to those conversations, self-help conversations. As you start to hear more people speaking about what it is to be in the present and how to allow things to just unfold and present themselves, the more you can be more centered, and the more you will start to notice that things are going the right way. At this moment, I feel that a lot that is happening is for you to let go. So start letting go and not holding on to things. Everything happens for a reason. Whether it's right or wrong is irrelevant. It's happening. Anything that you can speak about that has happened, well, it happened exactly as it was supposed to happen. And as you can get to that point of seeing things happening exactly as they should, you're in alignment with what is occurring. So bring yourself back to yourself. Get to understand what it truly means to be self. Look into chakras, listen to different conversations of different people. Find a book. There is a movie as well. The books are always better than the movies, of course. Conversations with God. That can lead you on to seeing things that you probably haven't seen before. There's so much to speak about, so that I can continue speaking, and I'll always say the same thing. Come back to yourself, because the true answers that we seek are within ourselves. Doesn't matter what I say, it's not about what I say. And if you take anything from what I'm saying at this moment, know yourself. Come back to you. Get to know who you are. Accept that you don't know what direction to go. Give it to the universe, to God, or whatever you want to name it. So, I mean, I don't work with names in particular. They're all energies. But, just let it go. And just allow whatever is presented to you, look at it. Because you'll be surprised that once you start letting go of what you're holding on to, that which is presented then can actually be observed, and you can start to deal with it. So let go of what it was, come back to yourself, take care of your health. I keep repeating that. So just go with that as well, and just watch out for certain things. I don't know, maybe you need to just go do a checkup. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything, but something regarding your health needs to be taken care of, and that, I feel, is what is happening around you, is bringing it back to say to you, watch your health, because stress and so many other things can create that the unbalance within oneself. So watch your health, come back to yourself, do some reading, listen to a lot of different conversations, a lot of philosophy and so forth, conversations with God, and whatever else there is that you can get your hands on, and start focusing on the moment and you and where you are right now. Not what has happened. Don't worry about what's going to happen, just what it is as it is in the moment. Other than that, the last thing I'll say to you again, I'm going to repeat it. Watch your health. That's assistant to you.
And people go, I haven't got time to do this. I haven't got time to sit down and listen to a lecture. I haven't either. That's why I put the headphones, listen to it in the car. When you're driving somewhere, put it on. Or you doing the dishes, have it through the headphones. But look, the more we think about Mary, the more we think about, I got to do this. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? The more we think, the more thoughts create. The more we think, the more thoughts we create a decision. Okay. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You want to think about 100 things I could be doing? I just thought of, say, 20 things that I need to be doing. If I keep thinking of 20 things I need to be doing, which one do I do? My God, take your pick. Creates indecision.
when we see, this is where it gets really interesting, because again, there's a depth. There's a depth to knowledge, and there is knowledge that one can actually tap into. And I do not say, I'm not speaking about educated knowledge, although we use education to express it. It goes a lot deeper than that. There is a particular way to see certain things. People speak, and people are going through a particular, is going through something at this particular time in our existence. Now, without sounding harsh, but I'm always harsh when I state certain things. You know, observe, do not absorb. Listen, but once you've heard, let go. Don't hold on to it. Family is family, and I can appreciate that we all have this association to family. Again, as I said, there is a particular way to see certain things, that you remove yourself from an association that we have, and it's an educated association. Educated associations are a form of control, because what we do and who we are is we sympathize. And the moment we sympathize, we actually attach. And as we attach to certain things, we get drained by it. It is like there's something there that is actually draining, and that's the attachments. As Brooke was mentioning, what we think, I state it like this: what you're focusing on, you're giving energy. So if you're focusing on, example, just what you've mentioned, and I'll work with that. If you're focusing on your sister and what she's going through, you're giving it energy. So that energy gives it more life. We don't want to do that. Everyone is on their journey, and we allow their journey to be what it is. I listen to many. Many have said so much to me. I do. I don't even like stating it. I do healings, and when people come to me for a healing, I don't ask them what's wrong. I don't want to know, because it's all in here. I'll do what I need to do, and I'll state what I need to state. Whatever issues they're carrying, that's theirs, not mine. I don't need to hear it. Allow them to be where they are, and you move on. Another thing to look into, as you get to understand your chakras, you'll come to understand how to clear the chakras. And it's important to understand how to do that as well. So start looking at your chakras, and the part I'll mention to you is understand what it means to do cord cutting. So work on your chakras, get to understand them and how to clear them, and also add to that cord cutting. Don't attach yourself to the stories that you hear. It doesn't matter who they are. Listen, don't absorb, just listen and let it go. It's like watching a movie. Watch the movie. At the end of the movie, pack it up. It's gone. It's over and done with. You don't have to focus on it anymore. You just go to the next movie, watch the next movie. It's the same with everybody. Everyone is an actor in the movie at this moment. They're all acting, and they attach themselves to the act, not realizing that they're the actors, and that's just the part that they're playing. So when we can see it's at that level, we can start moving forward to taking care of ourselves. And when we do take care of ourselves, then you know for yourself on how to assist others, if that's the direction that one goes to. But so that itself is, again, there's so many layers. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm you with information, and there's so much. I mean, I wouldn't even know a beginning to it, because the amount of things the depth that we can get to is beyond the words that we speak. But that depth itself does give us the words to express, without thinking of what needs to be said, but listening and acknowledging. Energy works in the same way. We don't have to speak to anyone. We can just focus on them and feel, because then whatever needs to be said. So as I said, there's a lot of depth to it. you're at a verge of opening up to a different level of understanding. I know you can do it, but you know what I know everybody can do it, but what they're focusing on is up to them. I cannot tell you how to think. All I can say to you is there's a lot more than your thoughts. Your thoughts are your distractions. Be present and look into what has been mentioned. You can rewatch this and things that you haven't picked up, go back, rewatch it. Maybe something else will trigger as well. Again, I hope that's helped you.
Mary, just fall forward and look for your name. That's why I put the names on there. It's around 2 hours, 20 minutes ish. Yeah, that's for you, Angelita. Grab yourself a can of unicorn meat.
You know, I'm a vegetarian, and just for the unicorn meat for the day, I'm going to go off vegetarianism and go to.
Yeah, I'll try it too, man. A sloppy Joe, a unicorn sloppy Joe. Ah, Angelita's Devo. I don't know. Can you get it at Audi? Yeah, it's probably got bugs.
I think the IGA sells it.
I would look, Angelita. I would never eat unicorn meat. I would never put those filthy beasts in my mouth.
I would.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Okay, enough chili sauce. Yeah, chili sauce. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I know, but like spam is so expensive. But what is that hash? That hash, corn hash? I prefer that.
Corned beef, you mean?
Yeah, corned beef. Yeah, just throw that in some mashed potato. But man, there's too much fat in it. By the time you put it in there, it's just like fat.
What we used to do is with corned beef is in the fry pan, no oil or anything, and just let it cook so the fat all comes out, and then you drain the fat, keep cooking until no more fat comes out of it, and then beat a couple of eggs into it, mix it all up, and there's your meal. Basic.
My God, Amanda, what have you been smoking?
You know, I can't get it.
That's okay. Most people don't get it.
No.
Okay.
Hello, pretty woman.
Penny, you just... Here you go, beautiful. Just come right in there, Penny. Okay. Yeah. You're going to work on a new album together. I missed his last tour. You're talking about Doctor, all right? Dr. Dre? Huh? Why not? Yeah, I'll tell you.
I don't even know what that is. What's a Dre?
Look, I tell you, Bright Sean. Look, you're also ahead, trying to work out what things can be, creating fantasies that you're missing, that you're not present. Okay, you're always worried about what's going to say next, so you're not communicating properly. Okay, you're becoming superficial because You're wearing a mask. Okay? He's not listening. He's not listening to himself. He's got the way he thinks things should be all worked out. And let me say this. If anything works, it'll be for lessons. Okay? Better off focusing on yourself and getting to know yourself. But it looks like two people that aren't present in themselves. Okay? But at the moment, you can get outside of your head, bright shine, and you got to set the free. If you can't set it free, your expectations, okay, you just it's hard. Muggles. You know, two wrongs can make a right. Two rights can make a wrong. Yeah, people do. They need to stop you need to stop thinking. But you know what? Most people are so trapped in that mind of overthinking that to tell them to stop thinking about it is just, it's not going to happen. That's why we meditate, so we can start to create a clear mind and know what mind without thought is not thinking. It's the basis of becoming present. Yeah, too much hot air, eh? Yeah.
Yes, Danik, I see your posts.
Okay, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I was more worried about Dr. Dre. What? He was just, yeah. Did I miss something? What's up, Danny?
Okay, everyone, just for a moment, bring your focus to your heart chakra, your heart space, as Brooke had mentioned, for those who don't know where their heart chakra is, which is about here. Okay, just bring your focus there. Everyone, take a deep breath. Hold it. Release. Keep your focus in your heart space. Mandaya taya tunomia shinaya koya sanot. Omat aono ku iaka anon. Arp iu pasa ishanas ot ionoman. O nanaya kiononomianon. Diationos ishiamayak akiomata ayesianon. Anoyak anata ion. Om Amoyak Naki Yak Anot Ush Ionoson Isauma Ai Onoto Ishanon Ichano Ia As Uma Anon Auma Taika Ark Yishala Usioton Ark upayit iot un uma ar iach naku ik iomas ishano an is omat ishanom. Oh. Bring your focus to your base chakra. Take a deep breath. Hold. Release. Dao napionayak haha. Ark ishano. Aum dasion. Yomakionat ayok un. Akiomat ish Ikiomat aum. Ayek ahiha. Ark isana ula. Disios isian. Dach iokum. Kian ak anasion. Dao. Iopanaikian na ium. Om. Take a deep breath. Your own count of 3. Release. Next, the victim person. You're muted, Brooke.
Danik, do you know your chakras? Still there, Danik? Do you know your chakras? Carry some citron with you. Your solar plexus is shot. The solar plexus is shot. We get into victim mentality. We get frustrated. We have outlashes. What are you holding on to? Look, whatever's happened, man, you got to make peace with it. It just is what it is. Okay, but what you need to look at the moment is from the experience that you've had as the onset of this, is you need, instead of going external and go, hey, that happened, this happened, that's not fair, you know, it's not fair, this always happens. Okay, we got 2 ways we can do about it. Is we can learn from the situation, which means we get out of the blame game, stop worrying about the other party, because it's irrelevant now. It's done, it's dusted. And we turn our focus to ourselves and go, what did I bring to the table? How did I act? Okay? Not because we're blaming the situation on anyone, on ourselves, on them. It's irrelevant. It's done, it's dusted. But what we can do is when we can truly look at ourselves, because you're not looking at yourself right now. Okay? You don't want to look at yourself. Because then if you look at yourself, you go, what did I bring to the table? You might see that, hey, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but we're all not perfect. We all make mistakes. But as long as we can play the victim or we can play the blame game, then we don't have to look at ourselves. And all we can do is take accountability for what we did. It's not, as I say, it's not the blame game. This is the interface that we have with the universe. Our interface is what we have control over. That's why we look at ourselves. Okay? Because it doesn't matter what anyone does to us. It's what we do that counts. How we act that counts. What we bring to the table that counts. The choices that we make that counts. Why? Well, life just happens. But that's the interface that we have with the universe. So you need to bring it back and look at you. Some things are shitty. Some things we don't want to say, you know, I had to look at myself. Something that happened to me with a loved one a long time ago. And I just had to make peace with, hey, man, you know, I did what I did. I did, you know, regardless of what they did, I had to just take accountability for my end, you know, for my part of the room. Because I'm here to learn, to not make the same mistake again, or I'm here to grow. But if I just play the blame game, then it's all on them. It's all their fault. Hey, they did the wrong thing. Yeah. I bet you both done 100 wrong things. So what? It's done. It's dusted. But if we can look inside and be honest with ourselves, because I got this in be brave and honest, and that's inverted. Make peace with what's happened and get out of your head. They're both inverted. You're stuck. And it's up to you how long you stay stuck for. This is inverted too. Choose your path. Which direction do you want to go? Where do you want to go from here? So we don't learn the lesson. Yeah, we attract more of the same. What do you want to do? The choice is for you at the moment, but it's not a blame game. It's just what we do. We're human. That's all we know until we learn. And then we move forward. But we've got to be honest with ourselves. We've got to be brutally honest with ourselves, which means sometimes we're not going to. What happens is we have a construct or an idea of who we think we are. And anything that challenges that, we don't want to look at. Which just. So we sweep it under the carpet. And then when it happens again, it's like, well, I must be unlucky. Well, luck favors the prepared. So someone who's prepared to look at themselves, honestly, yeah, they will be luckier. The Sage card. Be devoted, committed. How devoted and committed are you to you? Do you love yourself enough to do what needs to be done? To have a look at yourself? It's not a blame game. It's just we're the only ones that can fix us. That's all. We're the only ones that can get our stuff right. That's all. Okay. So you need to work out where you're going to put your energy at the moment, what you're going to focus on. Good luck with that. I hope that's helped.
What I said. If that's a Nicole, I think it is. You've heard this before. Seems like you are still where you have been, still holding on to something. But as Brooke said, I'll just repeat the same thing.
I'll get out the unicard, the unicorn deck. It's magically all going to work out and you're going to live happy ever after. No.
Good
Undeserving villain.
evening, Emma.
Inverted. See this card here? Undeserving villain. Around this way, it's someone giving you advice that suits their purpose. And it's probably not the best advice. It's not with malice, but it's not good advice. But this came out this way. So this is saying you're giving yourself not good advice to tell you. You're basically telling yourself what you want to hear to cater to who you think you are. Until we strip it back and be brutally honest with ourselves, what do we expect? We can get lucky. Maybe. It's up to us. But luck favors the prepared. And spirituality or whatever you want, it's no different. Who is it? Hello, Emma. Oh, that Cindy's back again. G'day, Penny.
Enjoy your day, Mary. It's evening here for us.
What?
I've been here all along.
Okay.
You're in trouble, mate.
Davy. Maybe we've been paying. She's still here? My God, that means we've been paying her too much. Well, if it was easy, what do you want? What do we want Easy Street for? Actually, let's not go there.
Holding on. I can tell everyone what they're holding on to. Your belief.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever you believe.
That's right. If you can accept everything that's unfolding as it is and be gratitude is just accepting everything is what it is and not reacting to it. Boom. There you go. There's the short answer.
When we focus, if we really think about this for a moment and realize that where is the body? Where's your body? And I do say your body. That's what you have. You have a body. Where is it? Is it tomorrow? Is it yesterday? Bring your focus to your body. Bring your focus to now, to this moment. This is where you are. This is where I am. I'm here right this moment. I can't be anywhere else. There's nowhere else to be other than right here. You know, we constantly keep looking for something, but we're always missing what we actually have. Everything sucks, Penny. I agree. It all sucks out there. Everything's all over the place. They say that's the distraction. Don't get attached to it. Acknowledge it. Be aware of it. It comes, it goes. We're the ones that hold on to it. If you look at yourself as the bead, and I use this a lot, be a bead and a string that's running through it. Just be the bead. Let the string keep going through. Nothing to hold on to. If you hold on to it, eventually it just gets stuck and pulls you back with it. Be the bead, it's just coming straight through you. It comes, it goes. This moment, to truly grasp what the moment is to be present and to allow the moment. It's not even allowing, it's observing the moment unfolding as it unfolds. So the moment itself, if I go to the seconds, if we observe the second, it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. Which second do you want to hold on to, which is just going to take you on a ride into the past? The second observed is the second past. Everything is within that second, and that second does not stay in the same place. Our minds, our thoughts hold on to that second and what happened in that second, which is the moment itself. So we're holding constantly onto that moment. And that moment has just gone so far away. That's how far we are. What is happening in this second? What's happening in this second? So each second is past tense now. To be in the moment is literally being aware of what is unfolding as it's unfolding, not holding on to it. If you're holding on to one thing, how do you see the next thing? If you're thinking of something, how do you observe what is actually unfolding? The moment itself is where everything occurs. Everything is happening in this moment. So which part of it do you want to attach yourself to? Do we want to be saviors? What are we saving? Let's get to know who we are, and to know who we are, not what we've been told. And this is what I speak about. It's, we have an education. I'm not the education. I'm not the words that I use. To understand oneself is to go past the language that we're using and to realize that it is just a language, it's a tool. Every ABC that you can imagine is just that, an ABC. Who is using it? We say, I can say I am using it, but what is this I past that, before that? Before you're able to speak, before you can comprehend, before you attach yourself to a belief, go there. Go to that aspect of yourself that is not associated to your education, because your education is just that, an education. That which is educated. People keep focusing on their education. Yeah, it's there. It's always going to be there. But who is it that focuses? Who is it that is feeling? Who is it that is claiming to be the clothing that one puts on oneself? That's why I said everything does suck, but that's what we attach ourselves to. Does it really suck? Go past that aspect of it.
Yeah. Because gratitude is even when it sucks. There's something to learn. There's, it can be interesting.
Non-attachment is that. It's seeing something and not judging it to be anything other than what it is. Is it good? Well, that's what it is. Is it bad? Well, that's what it is. So whether it's good or bad is really irrelevant. Good is good, bad is bad. If you can acknowledge that which is bad, well, that's what it is. Okay. Is it good? Well, that's what it is. Does it suck? Well, yeah, it does. Does it really matter? No. It matters on how much attention you give it, how much importance you put onto it. That's when it becomes really relevant. So we don't put importance to it. We put importance to, not to be spoken, but there is an importance, very different to what one can truly speak about.
Even being happy. Happy is a choice. When we're like, okay, yeah, joyful, happy, then we have an attachment to it. So then we're telling ourselves anything that is not joyful or not happy is bad. It's another attachment. We get attached to all these constructs. And when we can just let go, that's when we can truly have gratitude for and acceptance for what is just unfolding.
When I'll put this one. Experience. Okay. Happy is an experience. Sad is an experience. Angry is an experience. These are all experiences. These are all energies. They're constantly constantly around us, all experiences around us. What do we focus on? You see, we feel that we state it, it's the way that we speak, our words themselves create a sensation. When we say, it really depends on how one picks this up. If I say, I feel angry, okay, now I'm actually acknowledging there's something that I'm feeling. That which I'm feeling is separate to who I am. So it's something that I'm experiencing. I'm not the experience, I'm the experiencer of that experience. But if I say I am angry, I automatically become that experience. So I cannot distinguish the difference between feeling it or being it. So do you want to feel it and acknowledge what you're feeling? Or do you want to be and not realize that it's not you? So who we truly are is that which is experiencing all the energies around us. We attach ourselves to a particular sensation or energy because it satisfies, Angelita, the ego.
Now, we do have preferences,
Of course we do.
but when you could, happy, sad, but whatever's going on there's a richness and there's the universe is in everything. So there can be, so bad things can be fascinating, and there can be so much to be learned and experienced and gained from them too.
Well, how do we know something is bad? I mean, at what point, what do we use to distinguish something bad? So when as you start to look at things, how do you know what is bad? Is it because somebody said it's bad and the expectation then is because it's bad? Is something good because because we've been told it's good and then the expectation of that experience is supposed to be good? So how do we know what is good and what is bad? How do we actually use those words? Where did we get to understand those words? Who said that this is good and who said that is bad? Who said this is right and who said that is wrong? Who decides what is right and wrong, what is good and bad? What is the experience that one is having? That is correct. Some storms are to clear our path. But when we understand that we're creating our own storms, then our path is always clear because we just don't create them anymore. Good night, Barry.
No, Lynn. Yeah, could talk about this subject forever and a day.
Yep. All right, I'm going to call it. We've been on for 3 hours.
Yep.
I'm going to be harassed by Cindy tomorrow morning or this morning. It is 1 a.m. And
Yep.
guess what the date is?
The 30th of the 3rd, 23.
Yeah,
20, what? The 29th?
it's the 30th of the 3rd, 33.
30th, 23.
30th of the 3rd, 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. 30th of the 3rd, 33. 30th of the 3rd, 33. Remove the 0, you get 33. Over your head then.
No, I just decided not to put any brain power into actually thinking that because I'm thinking, well, I got no unicorn meat, so I'm just going to have chili.
I was going to be rude earlier and say, well, every male's a unicorn, really,
So I told you they were nasty pasties. Okay.
Okay, peoples. Have a lovely day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And yeah, everyone that's in the 29th, you're in our past. The 30th looks okay so far. So
And we don't endorse unicorn meat, but it is available from my website. No, it's not.
No, I don't endorse anything. I endorse myself.
No.
Have a good one, everyone. Until next time. Ciao.
Here's something different.
Oh, bad chicken, don't use shit on there. Oh, no, can you get off? Woman. Call your woman, man. I need you to get off. Scoot. Off. Go. Good girl. Ooh, it's alright.